a year. Look out for the next time you do Twitch sings I'll have my wife on and I'll finally get mod.
All right, German Patriot. I look forward to it. Thanks so much for the bits. And Shooting Butt, thanks for the bits as well. Take all the time you need. Sometimes you just need a good old pee in your bunghole. Yeah, it's true, you do. Yeah, the observer looks like he's done with life. It kind of does, right? So we need to, like, unless we drop, if we drop too much TNT, maybe that's not so much of a problem either. You know, like, I like that idea the other guy had of, you know, like creating like walls of the stuff like around a TNT that would then fall in, blow up everywhere. And then even if another one came down, it doesn't really matter, right? It would just be, who cares? We drop TNT down, blow up around a radius. So we create like walls in a chamber and then have the water flowing out. TNT will run out, make a gunpowder farm. Yeah, or I think there's like a TNT dupe exploity thing that we can do as well. Is this just a concrete water? Yeah, basically it is. Yeah, but we're trying to think of more fun ways of doing this, and maybe actually forming a big wall and then no cheat. Well, I don't know if it's an exploit. I don't know. There's some way to duplicate TNT apparently. So I don't know if that means that you just have infinite free TNT or you have to have one TNT first and then infinitely dupe off the back of that or what. I don't know how it works. We'd have to look into it. But for now, let's just get this dumb machine running. This is all just to make concrete, which is pretty fun. Call the cheat police. Yeah, okay, I will, yeah. Filza did that to blow up the end. Yeah, he made like a really complicated thing apparently. It looked like an airship or something, and he blew up all of the end with TNT, right? It just like, I don't know, does this machine like move itself around or something and drop TNT everywhere? Yeah, you're all for using exploits because it's in the game? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm kind of all for it as well. All right, so I think I know we spent a lot of time building this dumb thing, but I think we could take it apart and maybe change it around a bit because now I don't think there's that much to worry about with TNT. I know the blast radius is not that big, you know what I mean? So we'll create a V2. Yeah, I think we're gonna create a V2 and see how that goes instead. So I'll just dismantle all this and we'll try something different. Because I think the thing with this design sucks because it only blows up 4 pieces at a time. We want to blow up like as much as we can. Each TNT should be blowing up like hundreds of blocks if possible, right? That's when it's going to be like the big money maker that we need it to be. All right. Let's fucking start getting rid of all this shit then. Go back down and grab all this stuff in a sec. And then we don't need to worry too much about this stuff. Well, we'll probably still have the TNT dropper, right? But okay. It's like deconstructing a nuclear power plant, except it's not nearly as complicated as the nuclear power plant, but it sounds better on paper. Man, everything I just said for like the past 2 minutes was just total garbage. I'm sorry. I had a nice poop though. I did. Man, it was great. Really satisfying. Jeez, I feel like $1,000,000. Yeah, sometimes you just take a nice big poop and you just feel better about everything. You know, sometimes I highly recommend it. You know, if you're ever feeling upset for whatever reason or just like a bit down in the dumps or whatever, grab your phone, do a Google search for like latest sports scores, sit on the can and just free flow and read about sports. Man, nothing beats it. There's nothing finer in this world, I don't think. I think that's it. I think that is the epitome. No? Look at this guy who can shit when he pleases. Yeah, I know. It's just like whatever. On command. It's like, honey, I need your help with something. Hang on, I need to shit. And then I can just go, and then, you know, an hour later. Oh, what did you want help with? Yeah, no, I don't need help with that anymore from an hour ago. Oh, sorry, I really had to take a dump really bad. I'm sorry. I was about to poo my pants. You get off all the time. You're at your most honest when you're pooping. I know. I feel like really focused when I poop as well. Like in all my previous jobs, I think that if my office was actually in the bathroom and I was sitting on the can, man, I would have gotten so much more done. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, I would never need to take a break because I'd just be there ready to poop, like, whenever. You know, you could just be mid-phone conversation, just drop a big deuce or whatever, who cares? And it puts you in the right frame of mind, right? It puts you in that frame of mind where you're like, yeah, you know what? It's time to concentrate. It's time to really concentrate hard here. All right, so we're going to still use Obsidian, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to copy a little bit of that video at the start. I don't know how he was doing the rest of it with like stuff flying around and stuff like that and the portal and everything. I don't know how that works, and I'm not going to try to replicate it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have a series of pistons and observers to form some walls around where we're going to drop a TNT in, explode it, and then we're going to line it with like furnaces, like at the highest point or whatever, explode it, and then all of the stuff is just going to fall into some water, hopefully, and then just flow out into like into a hopper or whatever. I don't know if we should just do 2 walls because it might be easier to do 2 walls instead of like surrounding it completely with like 4 walls or whatever, or maybe even just 3 walls. Possibly that could work too. We'll have to see. Am I gonna play the new Path of Exile League? I might check it out actually. What is it? Blight? What's the new big mechanic in the league? Maybe I'm taking a shit now. Yeah, you never know. You never know. You can only see me from the neck up, so could well be taking a nice one right now. That's why I'm so focused. Tower defense. It's basically tower defense and microtransactions. Oh, nice. What's the word on the street then? Good? Bad? Are people liking it or not really or what? If we get to 4,000 views, stream from the pot. Okay, sounds good. I'll do it. You aren't taking a shit because no self-respecting man takes a shit with his shirt on inside his own home. Dr. Fritz, you have a point. Yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that. No self-respecting man would ever take a shit with a shirt on. You're right. You're right. Do I have an empty bucket here? Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's grab this. Stop this water from flowing. Let's pick up all of our technical shizwas here because we're going to change this around a little bit. Grab all of our ferni as well. Okay, so the idea is to still make this thing out here, but it'll be more of a building now, I think. We'll make it like more of a building. And then let's also just like dump this water in here. Look, I made a little watering hole for the horse so that I could pick up this source block of water over here too. Right, good. And then once we're done with this stupid contraption, we'll start working on that mob spawner as per this diagram that was posted by somebody. I don't mind copying somebody else's design, whatever. Like, you know, we can make some little changes if we need to or whatever, but I'm cool copying somebody else's design. That doesn't bug me at all. If it works, right? I'm not fussy. Be interesting to see how well it does work, though. Makes the concrete. I'm not even gonna lie, I'd pay big bucks to see me play Tekkit again. Yeah, I think I'm ready to play something like Tekkit again. I would love to make some like fantastical machines and stuff. I think the potential for making machines in vanilla alone is pretty good though. I think we can make some pretty cool ones. I think you just have to like first you have to identify a need, and then you have to have a lot of just raw desire as well, and then the rest just sorts itself out, right? Like the world, the heavens, and the moon and the sun align, and total eclipse of the heart takes place, and before you know it, you're building these machines that you never thought you were able to do before, and all of a sudden the ladies are just flocking towards you as well, where before they were repulsed by you, and many of them even had restraining orders out against you. All of a sudden you find yourself, hang on, a lot of these restraining orders have been lifted, and these honeys are letting me get closer to them. And it's all because I'm better at Minecraft. I'm making machines. I'm making huge gains. Every day I don't die in Minecraft, I'm one step closer to becoming the world champion at Minecraft. And so on and so forth. You know what I mean, guys? So, like, I think that next time you're feeling, like, down in the dumps, start thinking of some cool machines you can make in Minecraft and turn your life around. Turn your life right around in an instant, in a flash. Could be really good. Could be really something. I have a lot of crap in my inventory right now. Too much crap, potentially. Right. So so we want it to be like 5x5 ish, and then we want the concrete. We want the TNT to come down straight. And the way that we can get it to come down straight is just by having the dispenser dispense into like a ring, right? And then that should straighten it out. It'll fall right down, probably onto a little platform in the center at the perfect radius, blow up the wall, hopefully the whole thing. That would be nice, actually. And then, or 2 walls, and then everything could then fall down into some water that flows out of this chamber and then into a hopper. And we'll just keep it like protected with some obsidian at the back. They did big rework to minions on PoE, so you can try them again. Minions. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I might pick up, I might get into PoE again. Now that the new league is out, I'll try it out. I enjoyed it. I've been playing a lot of Rust, though, recently, which I've been enjoying. It's nice getting back into Rust. It's nice playing with friends, too. There's quite a few of us playing in the evening, so that's been really good. I just don't know how we're going to set this building up. Like, do we want it to be level with this, or do we want it to, like... At some point, it's going to have to slope down. There's going to have to be some downward slopage at some point for the water to trickle out. Get the stuff out of the bottom, right? We could try to level it off, though. Up here, at least. I think we want to also... I think where we're inserting the powder at first, we don't want that to go... We want that to go into a straight line up to a point, right? We need that to, like, just do its thing in a straight line for a little while before it branches off. Okay, I'm out of dirt, which is fine. I got these dumb fucking seeds and carrots and shit, too. Who do I play Rust with? I've been playing with Ravs, Daltos, Bree's been playing a bit, Blue Goose has been playing a bit. So it's been nice. Monkfish, he's been playing too. It's been really good. There's a fair few of us, so we can actually get like some stuff done, which is nice. You know, it's not just one guy trying to put the whole base together. A couple of guys can go out and farm resources while other people are doing other shit and stuff. It's good. How much of a $4.99 sub does the streamer get? I don't know. I think it's like 70% or something like that. Or maybe it's more or less depending on your affiliation or contract or whatever. Let's put this in here. I've got some extra redstone. I got these potatoes that I was using to test, but I don't think I need to test with potatoes anymore. It's fine. And then pistons, I think I'm going to need a lot more pistons, so we'll go downstairs and make some more. You really need to play bananas and blow by Ween. Bananas and blow by Ween. Is it as good as Ocean Man? Or not really? Pasta Prince, thanks so much for the donation. Thanks for all the great content throughout the years. Though I thought I might give you a little schmeckle in return. Cool beans. Pasta Prince. Pasta Prince, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. That's real nice of you. Thanks for the donation. And for the kind words as well. Real nice. Right. So we got a lot of light gray concrete here. And I came down here to make more pistons. Pistons. I don't think I need sticky... Do I need sticky pistons for anything? No, I don't think so. I think we just want to push stuff into place, right? And then have some furnaces lining the side. How many furnaces do I have on me right now? 3. Where did I put all those other furnaces? I put them in here, didn't I? All these other furnaces. We got another dropper here too. Dropper we don't need. Lever we don't need either. And what was it for pistons? Okay, we need a bit of wood. Stack of wood, and then we need how many of these do we? Let's make like 32 pistons, just in case, right? Piston. Let's make 15 pistons. We'll just make 15 pistons for now. That's fine. Oh, nice. Nice. Guys, I didn't bring tea out with me, but tea has just been delivered to me. Does that count for betting or no? I think the bet's done now. I don't think it does count. Yeah, I know. He's still awake. He's still going. Oh, thank you. Or do you want to just put it there? Yeah. Thanks. Twin Peaks Sheriff Department mug today as well. Thank you very much. It doesn't count. Okay. Terry's still awake, guys. It's like a world record. He's usually fast asleep by now. He's still going for it. Yeah, I know. I think the temperature is just perfect in here. No, yeah, it's cooler, right? And then under his light, it's like if you point the thermometer gun, it's like 30 on the dot. Right. I think it's enough for him to warm up, and then once he leaves the basking light, he's just like, you know, oh Terry, eh? It's like an exact science with tortoises. It's crazy. Oh, he's happier now. Yeah. Thank you. See you in a bit. Bye. What? What did I come down here for? Dirt. I think I need some dirt. I need to put this wood back too. I don't really want this wood here. I just need to like sort of do like a rough layout and then change it and make it look better, right? Coop, what happened to Josie? He's an exact tortoise. Yeah. He was really, like, we thought that he was trying to hibernate a couple of months ago because he just like never moved or anything. He just like barely even woke up to eat. And now he's just like this morning I went in there and he was like, I came in here, he's waiting. He's just waiting for me. And then he ate all of his breakfast immediately and he spent all day just walking around.
You are the #1 chill dude. I could watch you all day.
LEPW, thanks so much. And thanks for the bits, I appreciate it. Thanks. Is the Terry Cam up yet? No, it's not, sadly. I have not set up Terry Cam yet. I really should set up Terry Cam, but fucking I'm too lazy, chat. I will do it though eventually, trust me. Let me grab some dirt and what do we want this thing to look like? I think we could just use light gray concrete for now. This looks quite good, doesn't it? I don't know if we're gonna enclose the building or not either. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I didn't connect the hoppers yet. No, well I'm restarting. I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna go for a different layout. See if it works a little bit better. Instead of doing it the way that we're doing it now, we're gonna have like a bigger area with a. It's gonna blow up more stuff at a time. You know what I mean? I think it'll be better, but who knows? I could be wrong. Okay, we'll go with dirt here. Well, we'll fill it in just roughly, and then we can always get a different building material in. But it's gonna go to like about here, I think, and then it'll drop off. We'll have like a big room with some water and stuff that we'll probably make out of obsidian so that it doesn't blow up every time that TNT goes off. Right. Okay, so the idea is then we come in here and let's dig this out. We're going to dig out like a trench here. Okay, and then the idea will be to put, we're going to drop the stuff in front of an observer here. So we'll have this observer here. It's not looking the right way, so we want it to be like this, right? So we drop it in front of that, and then we'll have a piston here that will activate off of this too. So let's get a piston set up in there. Fuck, it's raining so hard right now. It's crazy. Okay, so that goes in like that. Right. So we could drop some light gray. Okay, that's fine. And then we just want to have like, do you think a cauldron with water would work? Like if I drop this next to a cauldron, does that count as water? Let's try that out, chat. Mr. Ideas just had like a brainwave. He just had a little brainwave where he thought, you know what? It doesn't work. Okay, you can't do it. What about on top though? No, okay. A cauldron with water is a no-go, it turns out. That's fine. That's fine. All right, but you know what we can do? I'll show you what we can do. Check this out. This is gonna be nuts. Okay. We go like, it's gonna push it. Oh no, it'll push it in though, right? Huh. Okay. Mr. Ideas. This is Mr. Ideas' idea. Check. Oh shit. Mr. Ideas is stuck in a grave of his own digging. I think it just needs to pass by, right? Okay, that didn't work either. So it actually has to go in the water. It has to go through some water. Okay, that's fine. So we'll have it go like this then. Okay, that's fine. All right. So we push it all the way down. And then when stuff gets to here, we're going to start to push it. We need pistons to like basically form like make like a wall, right? So it's going to come through here. And then when we see something, we're going to push it off and then push it up. And then these walls, we're going to have like... think if the observer is like behind it, that would be fine, right? So go up to the top, we'd have an observer there to push it to the side, and then we kind of want to like make a line, push stuff into like, we'll use furnaces to mold it, and then we'll make like a 5 high wall of this stuff. Right? Unless we just do 5 by... Well, we do 5 by 5 floor, but then we're kind of missing out too, right? So I think we kind of want to make it like into a wall. Right. So it'll come down here. It doesn't need to come like this far down even. We can like dig out some of this stuff. That water is not always going to be there either, right? We have to do some like some extreme piston plays. We're gonna be doing some extreme piston plays, right? So we're gonna have like one that pushes from the side here. So we'll set this one up like that. So once we have an observer detect, at what level though? There. So we're gonna push it in there. Okay, so we need another observer here for this one to trigger. So this observer goes here like this, right? And then we hook this up. Can you do it like that? Oh yeah, it can't be at the same height, right? God, this is gonna be impossible. Well, actually, if that one's just constantly... It can't really just be constantly going, right? So having it at the other height... How would we do it? So if it goes past there... I guess we could put it like in here. Look. Let's put it in here instead so that it's not right in front of the piston. Because it doesn't matter if the piston triggers. What the hell? What the fuck? Oh, is it because of the way that I'm pointing it? Like, there we go. That's the one. Okay. That should be fine, right? And then we want to have like we'll have the redstone go underneath this. And then back up. Because this is going to push it into here. And then we need to push it up as well. Man, Mr. Ideas is getting very confused here, guys. I don't mind admitting. Mr. Ideas is feeling the burn. Okay, so the water can't flow in there, but it won't be flowing in there the whole time, right? So we can get rid of this as well. And actually, we could just do it like that, right? Okay. Huh? Okay, so that's gonna push over the top. Okay, that should be fine, right? So now... Okay, perfect. Okay, so that'll push that down there. Can go back like that. So that pushes that over, and then we'll have, once it gets here, we need to start pushing it, like, up. And then we're going to have, like, a whole bunch of pistons, once that it reaches it, push them all out at the same time into, like, a wall, right? So I think this is fine. So I think what we'll do is we'll start putting the wall up, like, here. So we're going to have a piston that pushes from the bottom. So we're going to have to, like, dig out some of this stuff, too. And then we're going to have to get another observer here. Oops. Just bear with me, chat. Mr. Ideas he's popping off hard here today. Look. Mr. Ideas really popping off super hard here, right? No? Okay, great. So we're going to have it so that it can't go through... It can't push an observer, can it? It can't push through an observer, or can it push an observer? We'd have to put like a furnace behind the observer as well, right? Okay, so it goes into there. So here we're going to want to have a furnace. So we don't want it to push past here, right? So let's put that like that. And then here we want to have a furnace too. That's not a fucking furnace. Okay, and then we'll have a furnace here as well. I have to go to bed in a sec. Huh? Why go all the way around? A furnace, why? As apparently a furnace can't be pushed by a piston. You can't push a furnace with a piston. So once everything is like in here, it's not going to just push stuff out of here, right? Okay, so that's going to push stuff up. And we want this to go up by 5. 1, 2, so what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. And then furnace. Alright, so we put a furnace there like that too. And we'll probably enclose a lot of this stuff after, but that'll be fine. Okay, so, and then we hook this bad boy up. Whoops, like that. So we go round here, and then that's going to push that up in that furnace too, right? Okay, so that pushes it over, and that pushes that up as high as it can. But actually, I don't know if that's going to be a furnace there, because once... Okay, we put a furnace on top here, and then we have to have another observer. Oh, fuck. How the hell am I going to place this observer so that it's looking down? So it's got to look there. Okay, so look. So it's got to go... So we got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of that. And then we got to basically place this like that. Right? And then the furnace goes... Oh, I can't go on top of that, though. I can't get the back. Will it push it? It can't push an observer, can it? Do we need a furnace behind the observer? No, test it. It can. Oh, it can push it. So we need to have a furnace back there. But then... So how do you put... How do you stop a observer being... Oh, we just put it on the side. Okay, that's fine. It just can't be at the top. It'll just have to be on the side. Okay, never mind, chat. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, so we want it here instead with the furnace there, and then we put the observer... Okay, believe it or not, I think I know what I'm doing. But that doesn't mean that I necessarily know what I'm doing. Okay, we put the observer there, right? Okay. Get rid of all this crap. Do you know what's crazy? We have to make another one of these as well. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't know if we do need to. I think we can, like, do a wraparound. Oh, fuck, we could do a wraparound, boys. We could do a full wraparound. It'd be awesome. Okay, we just got to get the spacing right. That's the only thing. Okay, so that pushes into there. This will push into here. And then once that's all pushed in... We're going to have to get some more pistons set up here. So that's going to go underneath. So it'd be interesting to see if... Oh, that's going to trigger off this one though, isn't it? It's not going to be able to go like under like that. So we might need to move it all up one. Because that's going to trigger that too, but we don't want that to trigger it. So we'd have to go up by one. Reconnects, that's cool. Right, so it'd go like that. And then we have to power this all up with probably like a tower. We'd probably have to do one of those towers, right? And then that's going to push everything over off the back of this observer being triggered. So what's that going to be? 1, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think we're good here, actually. Hang on a sec. Oh, maybe I don't need to move it at all, actually. Might be okay. Okay, let's see. So, now I gotta put some more pistons there, like that. Oh, fuck. What the hell? What? Oh, is it because of the, like, the direction I'm facing or whatever again? Okay. That's fine. Right. So we push these all the way up. And then we have a 5x5. And then once we hit 5, we push it over 1, right? And trigger, and then push it again. So then we have this... then we'll have this big wall moving along, right? Put it up your arse? Sure. Okay. What is this concrete? Light gray concrete powder. We're starting to run out of this stuff. Jesus. What the fuck? It should have moved. So this one is... Oh, is it because this block went over the top here? It is, isn't it? It's like cutting it off. And it has to come out there. So it's too tight. Let's cut it off. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, we can leave these ones in here. That's fine. We gotta, like, retest it, though. Right, so this is gonna have to move over by 1. And then it'll just start pressing it earlier, I guess. Which isn't a massive problem, I guess, but just for space. So we got this observer that's gonna go here instead. So when it gets it, it's gonna start moving it, and then it gets into... That's probably enough space in between for that to actually work, right? And then we have to go... We have to get rid of this. So this is gonna pass underneath here, and it should be fine once it passes underneath. Oh, fuck. Shit. Fucking... Same side as the piston. Yeah, now we're totally fucked. Same side as the piston. Oh yeah, why am I not just putting it like right beside it? That's pretty dumb, isn't it? Just put it here. Okay.
Hey Sips, tried oh darling duet but her MR didn't go perfect, maybe give us a watch. Lol, lots of love.
Okay, Smithy Boyk. Thanks. Maybe give us a watch. Okay, if we do Twitch things, I will, okay? Smithy Boyk, thanks so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Can this not go, like, right next to it? That doesn't work either, right? So it has to go, like, here, and then have enough space? Fuck me, this is annoying. Oh, God. Fuck, the placing and stuff is super annoying, too, isn't it? There's just, like, all these, like, little annoyances about... Oh, Christ. Okay, so that should work now. So that's going to come in there like that. That can come down the side as it was. So that no longer needs to go into here like that. That's hooked up. Okay. So that's going to come out the side there. And then we want that there. And then we want those bits there. And then that's going to start making the thing, right? Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, so once it reaches here, then we want to push this whole thing out. Man, we're gonna have to load a lot of powder into this bad boy, but it'll be fine, right? Okay, so we start making this wall, and then we push the powder along a wall, right? Into like a chamber. It'll wrap around 3 sides, and then we'll drop some TNT, blow it up, everything falls down into some water, and a hopper or whatever, and then we just keep pushing the walls in. Yes? Progress. Progress. We're making some progressions. Yes. Kind of. Right. So, we could use some of this light gray stuff here because we've already started using it. Oh no, we haven't started using. What am I talking about? This is we'll just use dirt for now. We just know that we have to replace all this dirt with something better after, right? Make it look, use some glass and stuff and make it look like a proper machine. So how do we want this to connect up? Does it have to be, so if I have the torches here, can it be on the side? All the way up? Or does it have to like come out and then connect up? Like, do we need like to have it come around like this, like maybe to the back or something? Where's that one hooked up into there? So it'd be like this, right? Are these ones pressed out? But they don't press, they don't go back in? And then what, do we have to have the repeater here to make this work? Is it like that? Oh, everything's pushed out. And then that top one hasn't worked. Ah, it's the, oh, weird. It's the top one, and then this middle one isn't. So how do I do this? Torches only go up. Oh, they only go up. They can't go down. Right, so we can't do that. Like, we'd have to come down first and then go up. Okay, so then we'll have to loop this around. Yeah, Babby's first redstone machine. Fun times, eh? Actually, really surprisingly enjoying this. Okay, so that goes like that, and then so we'd have to have this come down. So it has to step down. To then go back up, because we can't have it like come down. Oof. Right, I can do that, I think. But then it has to go into the block, right? And then do we need the repeater as well? Oh, shit. That's gonna cause some mucho problemos as well, isn't it? Can you do it like that? Or does it have to go like that way? No? Haha. You could block redstones with blocks. What do you mean? I mean, that could just go down one more. Yeah, that can just go down again. Just to get past the hump. So that means that that can then... But wait. So it's constantly pressed. So does it go into the side of the block there or what? Like, what do I have to have another one on top or something for it to fully work? Remove the torches. How was it working before? The tower. I don't want it to be pressed in like that. I want it to be all pressed out. How did we do it before, chat? You only need 2 torches. All right. Where do I put the torches, though? Not here, because that's just constantly out. Repeater. Oh, fuck yeah, I didn't put the repeater in, did I? So where do I have to put the... So I only need 2 torches, but I do need to put a repeater here. And will the repeater work down in here? Wait, does the repeater... So the... Chat, I'm confused. It needs direct input. It can't work on the side like that. Which means that would need to be like that too, right? So we'd have to move this stuff up one. Will it still work though if we move it up, all up one? Okay, let's try it. So we put the repeater here. And then we connect into... Nah, the bottom one's not going to work now, though. It has to be at the bottom, right? So that's on. That's on. That's off. One torch seems to affect a 3x3 cube around it. Yeah. I'm just seeing like if there's a... I mean, I could drop it down again. I could drop it down once more, I suppose. Just mean having to drop this all down. Oh no, well that'll... cut that off, won't it? But that should be fine. Okay, so we put this here, and we put this torch there, and then we say that this comes like that. It has to be direct input. Oh, fuck. Okay, so this will have to come out one as well, because it needs like, what, 3? Fuck me, this is annoying. Right. So this comes down like that. Into here. Right. So the repeater's in. Does it go the other way? Repeater must go directly into the block. Oh, really? So we put the repeater right here. Doesn't seem to have made a difference. No torches. And then what? No torches, just blocks. Okay, so if I put something in... Fuck. So if I trigger this now... It's just doing the bottom one now. But if I connect all these up, will this... No, it just does the bottom one again. So the repeater goes into the bottom block, and that's why we need torches all the way up. Chat says no torches. Yeah, I don't know if... I want all of them to go at the same time. I need a staircase this time. So I need a repeater on each one. Can I even do that? I can't get a repeater on top of a repeater, right? Use a repeater to power the pistons. Build a spiral connected to the pistons. Connect all of them except just the bottom one, because the torches won't work. Torch seems to toggle, so you have the same signal, they can't use the torches. Right, okay. So you have to, so we'd have to have a repeater, the back of each one. How the hell am I going to connect all that up, though? How do you do that? How do you connect them up, like... Oh, if I put a repeater in this in the middle here, will that power 3 of them? Or is it only a torch that powers 3 of them? Let's try that. So if I put that there like that, and then I put that in there. All right. That didn't do anything. Okay, but what if instead of doing it like that, I have it like this? Is that just going to do the middle one? Yeah, it does. Just the middle one. Okay, so it doesn't affect the other ones. Put a torch right next to this redstone to see the powered state for debugging. What? Right, so each one needs to have a connection with like some sort of staircase or whatever, right? We have to like spiral up it this time. And we could do a repeater into here to do this bottom one. And then are we able to then carry on the connection like from this block? So if that block powers it, can we then run redstone from the block still? Point the repeater at the piston. What do you mean come in there instead? But then how am I going to do the other ones? I guess I could just do it like with... Yeah, because then the redstone has to go directly into it too, right? It is not trivial to power a piston. Just make a path to the other ones. Yeah, I know, but you can't just run the redstone beside it though, right? It has to like connect into, like directly into it sort of thing, like that. So it's going to be like, is it, what I'm thinking it's just like, maybe it's too tight around here, you know? It's too tight. I think it might be too tight. Maybe I need to give it some more room. 2 and 4. 2 and 4 like before, just the repeater wasn't pointed to the piston. Well, like that.
You're doing great, Dad.
And then what do I put in there?
Power piston 2 and 4, just have 2 lines of dirt and redstone on them. Jesus, my brain.
2 and 4 with lines of redstone on them. Will that get all of them? I think I can do that. What, just like this? Okay, let me see what happens here. Because I don't really know. Oh, okay. So is that all three at the bottom? Yeah, it is. Oh, fuck, Chad. I don't know. Jesus. I'm new, okay? I'm learning. Alright. Fair enough. So then we can just come out here like this. And branch off here. But then we could put a repeater. And connect up like that. And then that should do the whole stack. Fucking... Fuck's sake. Alright, so... That's happening because the observer is in front of the piston, right? So how do we say to push that out so when it's all there? There's no real way to push it out, right? How do we trigger this all without it fucking constantly triggering because the thing is in the way? Because the piston moving triggers the observer. It's not the repeater. It's the is it the repeater? No, you know what? It's the observer that's triggering it. It's not the repeater. I can take the repeater out if you think that that's gonna help, but it won't. It's the observer. It's because the piston moves in and out, so it keeps. See? It's gonna be loud if you just leave it like that. It's gonna be really loud. Yeah, I know. I don't really want. I only want it to like fire once, you know. Huh? Strap some dildos to it and go to town. If I move the observer and the furnace up one block, it'll only trigger once. It'll never move all the stuff out. So it needs to move. It needs to move it. The state needs to change, right?
You're doing great, Dad.
You need a longer delay.
Subway 1000 bonus 100. Repeat this 3 times. Repeat this 2 times. Repeat this 1 more time. Repeat.
Al Bondi, thanks so much for the bits, man. And Bum Jovi, thanks for the donation. And thanks for the other donation as well. Just power piston 2 and 4, please, my brain. I got it. I got it. I've never really used Redstone to any extent in this game, so it's kind of like figuring out. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay. Instead of observer, use a source which is already there, which passes through the concrete when it is there. Use a source which is already there. What? Put a monostable circuit between the observer and the pistons and it will do what I want. A monostable circuit. How do I make that? I don't even think I can make that. Put the repeater back and right click on it to make it delay the signal. I don't know if that helps though. The repeater was only for the top 2. Not the bottom 3, right? So putting the repeater back there, I don't think it'd help. Oh yeah, well it might actually because it delays the whole. I think the repeater would have to be for the whole thing, and not just for the top ones, right? So it'd have to come out. We could probably put it all. We could probably put it all on. Look, if I go like round like this. And then out one. Wait, how's that going to connect to the bottom though? I don't know if the delay will help. It might actually. It might help. If we put the delay on, then